I want to welcome you guys to Tech Talk Live with me, Scott Polderman, and this is actually episode number 1. So if you're here, you were here first. When you see me looking over this way, I'm also recording this for YouTube, and I'm going to post the entire 30-minute video so you can check it out in case there's anything you missed. But we're going to go through some awesome websites, as well as some of the most popular iPhone tricks in the last year, and some really cool iPhone apps. And if we have time, I want to get in some Q&A for sure, but we're also going to talk a little bit about the new one coming out, the iOS 15.4, with some pretty cool features that are coming. So hey, it's telling me right here, if you go ahead and hit that like button or tap your screen, it'll let more people know that we are live. So I don't know about you, but I hate when I'm trying to get customer service, right? And you get on the phone and it's just one message after the next. Press 4, go here. 1 through 5, 6, 7, 8, press 3, go here, right? Press 4, go here. I got an awesome website for you guys. This one is called gethuman.com. Gethuman.com. And it's exactly that. What it allows you to do is enter the company's name, and then when you do that, it'll give you a list of how you can get a hold of them live quickly, or even how you can do a live chat. So if you're stuck in that auto repeat on the phone and you can't get a hold of anybody, head over to gethuman.com and check that out. Throw in the company name. I tested it with a couple, thought it was pretty awesome. So, hey, I don't know about you. I want to jump into the next website quickly, but how many of you, give me a yes down below, how many of you, when you're shopping, look at reviews, right? Let me know. I know when I'm shopping, one of the first things I do is look at the products with the most reviews. So, anybody else doing that? Yeah, absolutely. Hey, thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody. And so we all look at the reviews and we see what they say. Well, I don't know if you realize this, but it's pretty common practice to have a lot of fake reviews. So there's actually a company, a website called Fake Spot. Fake and then the word spot. You just go to fakespot.com, and it's also a Chrome extension, and it'll let you know which reviews they feel are fake or suspect. So the next time you're going to make a major purchase and you don't just want to depend on the reviews, you want to make sure that they are legit, that's a great place to go. So check that one out as well. The other one is pretty simple. More for if you're taking a lot of photos, if you're using those photos for making videos or anywhere online. It's just freepik.com. It's free and then pik.com. A lot of people know there's a handful of really popular ones, but the freepik.com is a great place where you can go for some graphics. So, hey, we're moving pretty quick here. This next one that I found was pretty cool. It's camel, camel, and camel. So camel.com, and actually what that does is if you're trying to buy something on Amazon and you want to get it as cheap as possible, you can set a price that you want to pay or get alerted, and it will let you know. So hey, I love you guys too. Thank you for all the comments down there. I'm going to talk to you guys for a minute. And once again, when you see me looking over here, this is for the video that'll be posted on YouTube, hopefully by tomorrow, the full 30-minute show. And let me see. Thank you. Make sure and throw some questions down in the Q&A. We're definitely going to get to plenty of those. So yeah, they're regenerated a lot of times by companies. Absolutely. So the last website I just want to touch on quickly is VPN22. You'll see it right above my head, right up here. And I know, it's odd. Out of all of the iPhone tricks that I've done over the past year, the ones that have to do with security and privacy are the most popular. And I think it's pretty obvious we all want as most security and, privacy as we can get, even though we do have a smartphone, which, yeah, you don't probably get a ton of privacy. But you can head over there. It is a paid product. But if you grab the deal, I think it's under $10 a month and you can protect up to 6 devices. So go ahead and check that out. Yeah, quick question. So if you go to my YouTube channel, it's just YouTube and then Scott Polderman. I'd love it if you subscribe, but if you go over there tomorrow, I'll have the full video as well as links down below for everything that we talk about. So if you're trying to find these and you're like, what did he say? Where was that? I didn't hear it. I'll post all those links so you can get them tomorrow. So yeah, absolutely. I want to go into just a few more of the iPhone tricks because I would say the messages I get the most, other than I look like Johnny Sins, I look like John Malkovich, and I'm a stalker. I'm neither of those three, by the way. But yeah, I get that daily, and I'll get into that with the most popular app. Rather funny. Just remember, don't shoot the messenger. I didn't create these. I am just letting you know what iPhone tricks are out there. So yeah, the number one, or one of the most common I get is how to get free ringtones. Can I download a file? Can I make my own voice? And it's yes, yes, and yes. And there's 3 videos I recorded, videos number 43, 44, and 45. Once again, I'll link to those down below on YouTube. But those 3 videos all have to do with how to set up your own ringtones, as well as use common music from your library, or make your own voice. Or maybe it'll be, I had somebody ask me, they wanted their grandchild's laugh or voice to be the ring, and that's awesome. So we can definitely do that with one of those 3. And in the Q&A, I see a great question, how to free up space on your iPhone. I will get to that in the Q&A, I promise. So hang out. We will definitely answer a ton of different questions. You know, one of the other most common, really common, and these are videos that I made that got millions of views, and thank you each and every one of you that watch my videos. So I know they were the really popular ones over the past year, and it's seeing what apps request your location. You can actually, if you go to video number 38, and once again, that'll be linked down below in YouTube. If you go to video number 38, I'll walk you through how to set up an alert, and you'll see when apps request your microphone. And that one's a little bit scary. I think most of us would agree, right? Why would an app be requesting our microphone when we're not using the app? And you'll get a list of those, and I think that list is going to surprise you, but that's video number 38. Video 113 was one that I just made, and it's basically an anti-theft template. And what it does is it puts on your lock screen that this is property of A, B, C, D, E, A, E, F, G, whatever 3 letters that you would like to put. And then what you want to put is you want to put a phone number you have access to or an email. And if you lose your phone and somebody sees that, even though they may not return it, I think they're far less likely to hack into your iPhone when they see that there's an agency that it belongs to. And hopefully you will get your iPhone back. But that is video number 113. And all you do is you enter your email, and I will send you the template. It's a JPEG that matches the font that's already on your iPhone. So then you can, and I also within the email show you or tell you the video that teaches you exactly how to use the template. And it's absolutely free. It does sign you up for my iPhone tricks email. So if you don't want iPhone tricks and those types of things from me, then just unsubscribe and you still get the template absolutely free. And all right, and the last video, video number 100, and I'll go back to why I hear over and over that people say I'm a stalker. And for one, I've never gotten on anybody's phone to see where they've been. However, this video is, as of this recording, over 31 million views on the video, and it is video number 100. Had to make number 100 good, right? And so with that one, it basically will show you, if you go onto your phone, your location, and you can go into location services and see exactly where you've been, how many times you've been there, the times that you've been there. And the good news is you can definitely shut that off. So in case there's anybody that might look at your phone and you don't want them to see your location, that might be helpful. But no, back to the original. No, I haven't stalked anybody, but hey, once again, I'm just a messenger on these. So, White Rose, you're absolutely right. I can't say that, but those are 3 letters that you could certainly put on that anti-theft template. Thank you. Thank you for that. Let me see. What I want to do now is, before I jump into the iPhone apps, I want to jump into some Q&A with you guys. And, thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love going on and doing these lives. I think last week I was on with you guys for 2 hours, almost 2 hours, and had a blast. Once again, TikTok's telling me if you tap that screen, hit that like button, it lets other people know that we're live and spreads the word, so thank you. Also, if you hit that share button down below, it will let even more people know. So thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. So I'm going to go through here and just hit some of these. If your iPhone, mine will do this once in a while too. And it's kind of interesting. Your phone doesn't let you know that you received a phone call or you received a text. And then later you'll see that it did. A couple things. I notice when I connect to the car, or if I've just taken out my AirPods, or possibly it was hooked to a speaker, sometimes there's a little bit of a delay and it doesn't give me notifications. And I think it's just some type of glitch. But what you can do is, as soon as you see that, power your phone off for 2 minutes and turn it back on. 2 minutes is the magic number. If you power your phone off for 2 minutes, it does a quick reset. And that's really helpful when you're having minor issues and glitches. So try that. How are you? What's up? Location history. Some phones, you can't view the history just a couple of locations. So I don't know if it's an iOS issue or if it's more of an older phone issue. That's a great question, but I get that quite often. Why are you getting so much trash email? Yes, we all do. One of the things that you can do is, if you hold down on the person's name, if you have one of the newer iOS, I think 14 or higher, it'll allow you to unsubscribe. I will warn you, it doesn't always work, but it definitely helps out. You can also filter your email, and I'm looking away to my screen to tell you what number that is. And let me see here. Looking for the one with the emails. That one is, that is common as well. Let me see. Yeah. When you get a new iPhone, it's definitely a learning experience. I agree with you there. Let me see. Okay, if you go to video number 37, and that is block a contact from email. So check that out, and that will give you directions on how you can stop a lot of emails, put them in different folders, but you do have to kind of go into those folders once in a while. Why do I have Wi-Fi to update iPhone? Why do I have to? I think the bandwidth, and they require that you have Wi-Fi to update it. Issues when you go into restaurants, Wi-Fi issue. When you go and look at Wi-Fi, click on it, and what is the name of it? It's where you're searching for other Wi-Fi networks. Turn that off, and then you typically will get rid of those issues where it's constantly trying to pull up different Wi-Fi networks. So definitely look at that. I do want to touch on something really cool that's coming out. Give me a yes down below if you'd like to hear a little bit about iOS 15.4. Give me a yes if you'd like to hear a little bit about that. It's rumored to be released in April of this year. Got a yes, got a few yeses. Thanks for playing along with me and responding. I appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you. So let me switch gears and let's talk a little bit about iOS 15.4. And there's a couple things that right now there's a workaround. If you're wearing a mask to open your phone and you have to have your app, I gotta turn that off. You have to have your Apple Watch. Now in iOS 15.4, they're coming up with a way that you can do it directly, because obviously a lot of people need to unlock their iPhone wearing a mask. So that's going to be one of the new features, is unlock your iPhone with a mask. The other one that's pretty cool is they're going to release a bunch of new emojis. So I guess people are excited about new emojis. I don't know. So yeah, so that part is decent. Yeah, there's a couple other things that are going to be, and we have people worldwide here. So vaccination passport support in Europe and the EU. So that's going to be good for those of you folks there. Some universal control options as far as AirPlay and handoffs. So a few things there. This newest one, 15.3, really tried to fix some security glitches, and now 15.4, it sounds like they feel that they have things a little bit better under control with the security side for now. And hey, I'm glad. I try to keep the videos sort of slow, but it's kind of interesting. On TikTok, if you make videos that are longer, they just don't push them out to many people. So if you want to help a lot of people, have a lot of people see your videos, you typically have to keep them under 15 seconds. And that's why you see me fly onto the screen with an iPhone trick I bet you didn't know quickly and boom, right into it, because I'm trying to keep it quick and to the point. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. I think that's why a lot of us love TikTok, right? Yeah, they say you shouldn't totally, you know, I've seen mixed, but I don't think you should totally drain your iPhone completely before you charge it. But I do go through on my YouTube channel, and I'll leave a link to that as well. I go through some tips on iPhone to save your battery, and there's quite a few tips that you can take advantage of to start saving battery life, especially once you start getting under that 80%. And I looked, and I think mine's at 85, so I'm with you. But no, I wouldn't totally drain it before you charge it. Yeah, how do you do the 2-minute iPhone reset? This is really simple, and it helps with so many glitches. All you need to do is power off your iPhone and make sure you do that for at least 2 minutes. I'm not exactly sure why it's 2 minutes, but it's always been 2 minutes for that quick reset. And it doesn't erase anything on your phone. It just does a quick reset. Because if you think about it, when was the last time you powered down your phone? I don't think I've powered mine off since the last glitch, and that could have been a couple months ago even. So, hey, thank you for all those hearts. I appreciate it hitting that. And yes, thank you, thank you. If you want to hit that plus the subscribe button, I'd love that as well. Hey, I'm going to go into just a few quick iPhone apps, and also keep throwing those questions down there. I'll be back to those. I posted one today, and it's Inkwork. You know, somebody said, boy, you got to pay for that. Yeah, I think it was $3 or $4. I don't get paid from the company. I just want to bring you guys apps, websites, different things that I think are cool, regardless. Some of them might cost money, some might not. The reason I liked Inkwork, inkwork.com, is it takes your photos and turns them into sketch art, which by looking at them, it's pretty cool. So just wanted to share that one with you as just something different. If you wanted to send people different pictures or have them printed, have them put on something, it looks pretty cool. So let me move into another one quick that's right with that you're hearing it first. I haven't released a video, but I will probably in the next week or so, and it's called Oilist, Oilist, and it's an app in your app store, Oilist. And basically, this one's pretty cool if you want a picture of yourself, or let's say you're going to put a family portrait up, but you want it to look like an oil painting. That's what Oilist will do. And that one, I think, probably costs a few bucks a month. But I thought that was pretty neat to have an oil painting based on a picture that you took. So I like that app. Here, let me go. Let me see. Does Apple listen to conversations? Yeah. So I have a video out. Have you ever said something, never typed it anywhere, and then suddenly you're getting ads for it, right? Give me a yes or a no if this has ever happened to you. I'm very curious. Let me know if you've ever said something, never typed it into Google, and now you see ads on it. Let me know. Let me see. What do we got? Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, happens to me, quite scary. Yes, 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 yes. Well, back to, yep, all the time, all the time. So let me go through a couple things. Back to the microphone that we talked about, right? All of those apps, they are telling you that they are accessing your microphone. And people say, well, you have to, right? Well, technically, yes. But there's a little company, FB, now Metaverse, right? They actually had a lawsuit against them because for some reason there were recordings that were happening on a regular basis that did not notify the user. So I will tell you, people say, I want more privacy, and we do, right? But understand that we're on a supercomputer, on the iPhone, on any smartphone, right? And unfortunately, every time you go to a website, most of them have what's called a Facebook pixel. And what that does is it lets Facebook know that you've visited that website. So if I have a marketing business where I offer different things to people, and one of the nice parts is I know that if I'm offering something to somebody that has to do with TikTok, and I put that in as one of the factors, then Facebook knows when you Google TikTok, went to TikTok, and went to some of these different things, right? So on one side, it helps you get personalized content, right? And if you go to Google, especially the app on your phone, if you go to the Google app on your phone, most of those stories are related to things that you've searched for that you're interested in, right? Which in a way is pretty cool. And if you ever don't want that personalized scroll, then all you have to do is hold down on your Google app, just hold it down and click on Incognito. When you click on Incognito, it takes all of that out of consideration and just gives you random news. Some of it you may not like as much, it may not pertain to you, but that is a way that you can get more information for sure. Yes, once again, hit that like button if you would. TikTok says it lets people, I think if you tap the screen, hearts come up, and it lets more people know that we are live. And we are live for another 6 minutes. And once again, thank you. This is TechTalk Live, episode number 1. My goal is to start doing this on a weekly basis. Take this 30 minutes, put it over here on YouTube, and turn it into a show. That's my goal with it. So I'd love it if you join me on a regular basis. I haven't quite nailed down exactly which day, but thank you so much for being here. Let's continue. Question about WhatsApp. Let me know your question. Yes, if you want, let's say your battery is almost dead and you only have like 30 minutes and you got to be somewhere and you want to charge it, the fastest way to charge an iPhone is by putting your phone in airplane mode, because that shuts off everything and then you plug it in and it's going to charge the fastest that way. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I love interacting with you guys. I think, that is for me the coolest part of doing this is I get to interact with people from around the world, and I'll get questions and say, man, I'm not sure. Shoot me a message and I'll do a little research. And I learn as I go as well. So even faster than turning it completely off. No, great point. So if you want to still be able to use your phone, I guess I should have put that in there. See, I stand slightly corrected. Power your phone off, and then everything is completely off, and that will charge your phone quicker. Thank you for that, Odie. Thank you. Yes, yes, yes. How can you tell if your social media is hacked? Man, it's really tough. And to that note, this unfortunately happens a lot, and I don't think people notice it, but what I've noticed that's pretty common here on TikTok is people take my profile picture, don't get any ideas, I don't want you to do this, and they misspell my name by a letter or two, and then they start spamming all these comments, sending people to all these crazy places. I'll answer your comments. I will thank you for watching. I will do my best to interact with you, but I'm not going to send you all these spam comments. So if it happens, look really close and click on it, and you'll find out it's somebody with no followers who have basically taken my identity, and that happens about every week, and only monthly on YouTube. But hey, that's okay. I guess it's a form of flattery. Thank you very much. Yeah, how do you keep your location private? Great question. I get this one a lot. So, unfortunately, if you have an ex and you shared an account with them, or you still share an account, there's a good chance that they can access your location. Many people, when I mention that, don't realize that once you've shared, if you still share an account, just because you change the password on your phone, that's different when it comes to a desktop. You can still go into Verizon, AT&T, and a lot of times people don't change their passwords and their ex knows their password, and that creates all kinds of issues. Most people feel like their device has been hacked, and that's really rare unless you know people in computer science. They have a degree in that. It's very difficult to legitimately hack into an iPhone from a location standpoint. But yeah, that's fairly common. And another common one is the kids. You share custody and the kids' phones are on, and both parents can look at that, and obviously if they're with you, they know where you're at as well.